LA Metro has an ambitious plan to connect the San Fernando Valley to West LA and eventually LAX, and is considering a monorail system. The 405 freeway through the Sepulveda Pass is one of the busiest routes in the nation, and everyone agrees something needs to be done to reduce the traffic jams.
Yeah, but is the monorail the answer to that, or maybe a subway a better option? John Fanilio is live in Sherman Oaks with a look at the problem and possible solutions for us. John?
Cher and Rick, this proposal is still in its early stages, but the company behind it says it can build a monorail a lot faster and more affordably than a traditional heavy rail. But a number of residents we've been speaking with say they are not moved by the idea of a monorail along the 405. The 405. One of the busiest highways in the U.S., almost always gridlocked, and the only north-south freeway on LA's west side, connecting the San Fernando Valley to LAX, Long Beach, and downtown.
LA SkyRail Express is pleased to present a technically and financially superior solution for the Sepulveda Transit Corridor.
The company SkyRail Express says they have the solution.
BYD is the world's leader in delivering advanced monorail systems.
You heard it, a monorail through the Sepulveda Pass, connecting the valley with UCLA Westwood and eventually LAX. The LA County Metropolitan Transportation Authority is considering the project and is currently under a pre-development agreement with SkyRail.
I can't support this project.
It was a hot topic at the Sherman Oaks Neighborhood Council meeting Thursday, with SkyRail making their pitch to residents.
Designs that we've submitted to Metro, they can accommodate up to 24,000 passengers per hour per direction. And we would regulate those numbers up or down based on the actual demand that the network has.
The driverless monorail operates on a rubber tire drivetrain, moving along concrete guide beams. The company says it can travel at speeds up to 60 miles per hour. The proposed project would travel alongside and above the 405 freeway over a 15-mile stretch of the Sepulveda Pass, through the Santa Monica Mountains, connecting the LA Basin to the San Fernando Valley, with proposed stations at Ventura Boulevard, the Metro G Line, Sherman Way, and the Van Nuys Metrolink station. Earlier estimates on the company's website put the price tag at $7 to $9 billion, with funds through voter-approved Measure M, along with other local, state, and federal funding. But not everyone's buying it.
I mean, I don't think heavy rail would transport more people faster. I know it would transport people faster with the preliminary numbers that are currently out there right now. It shows that.
It's not about monorail versus heavy rail per se. I'm technology agnostic. I want whatever's going to get the most number of people where they need to go in the quickest manner possible. And the presentation I've seen and everything I've seen on the monorail plan just doesn't do that.
Simply, it isn't well designed to give a lowball cost to the public for people that don't understand transit. It doesn't connect with any of the bus routes.
SkyRail says it could complete construction in 3 to 5 years with minimal disruption to the 405, assuming everything goes smoothly. Metro is considering a handful of other proposals, including a heavy rail train that would tunnel through the Santa Monica Mountains. But none of these projects are going anywhere until each proposal undergoes an environmental review required by the state. That, of course, can take a very long time. In Sherman Oaks, I'm John Fanilio, KTLA 5 News.
All right, John, thank you for that.